Tan, look what just found. Look what just found. Whenever I find the 1982 penny, I try to describe the difference between the variations of the 1982 penny. Today we found two of them. We found the 1982 D copper, and we found the 1982 zinc small date. Large date, Denver copper. Small date, Philadelphia zinc. Okay, you know the difference between the metals by how much they weigh. Over 3 grams is the copper, under 3 grams, 2.5 is the small date. Excuse me, is the zinc. The 2 on the small date looks like a question mark, right? Imagine a little dot right there at the bottom of the 2. And you could picture it looking like a question mark, right? Or maybe, well, maybe a shepherd's crook. But I like using the question mark as, because it's really more like the full size of a question mark, right? And then the 82, excuse me, the large date, it looks like a candy cane, you know, or a cane, or an upside down, you know, an umbrella handle. But that's how you know the difference between the small date and the large date. Small date looks like a question mark. Large date 2 looks like a candy cane. Now on this one, the D looks like it's repunched. I mean, that's just adding a little information to the mint mark, right? Because they were punching the mint marks on the die up until 1989. So this is 1982. So the mint mark is still punched, right? The D is for Denver. And what happens is if they made an error on the mint mark, right, when they punched it, then they would repunch it, and sometimes you would see the difference between the 2 punches on the mint mark on the penny, like we do here. And then no mint mark, right, which this one is, means it was made in Philadelphia. So this is a Philadelphia 1982 small date. And then you have to weigh it, right? I mean, you could see this one. I mean, I could tell this is a zinc because of the plating, right? The copper clad, you can tell. Sometimes on the reverts, it's a little bit more difficult, but if you weigh it, here, I'll tell you what, just to make this a complete video. All right, let's weigh it. Okay, so this is the one I think is zinc. All right, 2.53. So it's 2.51, 2.50, excuse me, is the typical weight. You know, it could be higher or lower by about a tenth of a gram to be within tolerance. And then the copper, right, is 3.1 is the typical weight. And the copper tolerance is 0.12 tenths of a gram. So it could, you know, even if it's 3.3, if it's 2.98 or 3.22, it's within tolerance. Right? Did I say that right? Yeah, I think I did. Right. 3.1 up or down 0.12 of a tenth of a gram. So that's the tolerance for the weight. And that's how you know the difference between the copper and the zinc. And then, of course, the one that's valuable is a combination of these two pennies, which we don't have the one that's valuable. The one that's really valuable is the 1982 Denver zinc small date. So let's just put it like this. If this penny had a Denver mint mark on it, it would be worth hundreds of dollars, especially in this condition. This is pretty good condition. It's probably AU something condition. Maybe low AU or something like that. Okay, so hopefully that explains the different varieties of the 1982 cent. Please click like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. I try to answer all of them. But you're looking for the question mark 2 for the small date, and the candy cane 2 for the large date. And the small dates I find much less of than I do the large dates. And the one I find most is the copper Philadelphia large date. So I usually just hold that as copper. But the 82 small date zinc, those are the ones that are a little harder to find, and definitely if you have a repunched mint mark like this D, then there might be a little bit extra value in it. Okay, so please click like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.